Bit of a busy weekend. Let's get a crack-a-lacking. Right. In fact, let's carry on this way actually. Carry on this way. Let's carry on this way. How's everybody doing anyway? We all okay? Nice and warm today, isn't it? Sun's out. It's lovely. Has everybody been getting the guns out while the sun's out? I hope so. You can find a shovel this way. Bury a bit of stuff then. So, run out of storage space really. Trying to get to a farm over this way. I think over there. Not necessarily the farm I want, but it's the stuff around it. See if I can find a shovel in there, or a pickaxe, or a garden hoe, really. I'm gonna do a bit of burying. I need a hand saw as well. I think it is some sort of a saw. Carry on anyway. How are we all doing, guys? We all alright? Oh. Big bit of lag a minute ago, weren't it? Moo! 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 Gal's excited, isn't it? My goodness, I'm getting a lot of lag over here. What if there's a base in here? In this farm? Could be. Could be. Yeah, cows. Nice big fruit orchard. No fruit. Get a quick wander over here. Have a look what's over here. can see anyway. Oh, I'll tell you what guys, it's really warm here. Really, really warm. Oh, right sweat on today. Run through this orchard. Absolutely zero fruit. Curse you, Livonia, and your barren harvest. Quick look inside. .357 rounds, don't want them. Don't want them. It's a wreck truck. What's this? Not been built by somebody, this is it? I think it has it? No, I didn't think so. What's that there? What saw? A saw. $10. Oof. 10. Right, let's see, what can I get rid of? I can eat that for a start. Get that eaten for a start. Make some room. What else can I sort out? Can't put that on my chestnut. Right, so let's go move some more stuff. Can I go there? No. Just a case of juggling stuff around in it. Right, so what am I on now? That's 50. Right, I still need to get rid of one more thing. Right, let's have a look. Right, well that's really a big part of what I needed. If I can find a shovel, great. If not, it really isn't the end of the world. Or some sort of gardening implement. In fact, sorry, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Go back down to the trees. Let's go back down to the trees. Managed to juggle that stuff alright, so that was handy. Had to get my brain matter working then. Oof. Give myself an aneurysm if I'm not careful. Thinking like that, it's dangerous. Surprised my eyes not started twitching. Let's, does my stuff need drying off? No. Have I got anything to fix these clothes with as well, on me? Don't think I do I? There's some more room anyway, just in case. I don't think I've got anything, have I? Don't matter. As of the moment. At least with these wool gloves you can dry them off, that's handy. That's very handy. Oh, you're right, Hermie, how you doing, buddy? You okay, mate? You taking care of yourself, I hope? Life going well? So they're just damaged. Life's going well. You know who just got in, so I hesitate to answer such questions. Ask no questions, tell no lies. That's all I'll say to that one. I'll leave it at that. Wink wink nudge nudge. Come on. I don't know if them wolves are coming for me or not. Things are alright at the moment, but Starmer's got in, so I don't want to hex anything. Oh, don't worry, mate. You won't hex anything. He is going to ruin the country. There's no two ways about it. Absolutely no two ways about it. Just give him time. But it is what it is. He's in, and that's the end of it. Jedi Parsnip. When you first spawn in, do you look for fruit or animals? I tend to starve on official and die. Fruit is what I look for, mate. When although if you're on Livonia, you won't find fruit. But if you're on Cherno, yeah, look for fruit, mate. That is a huge, huge quality of life improver. And in fact, Hermit will massively endorse farming as well. Although just learn to find fruit first. Obviously, if you're dying a lot, don't worry about that. That's normal when you first start. Just keep at it, and just every life you make, set yourself a goal. So one goal might be learn how to find fruit, and just spend that life going around the map and just trying to find as much fruit as you can. What I tend to do is go near trees, and I'll do that if there's fruit trees. So I'll just be clicking on, but obviously not these trees, but around fruit trees. And what I'm doing is, in the top left hand corner where it says vicinity, if there's any fruit on the floor, it'll show up there for you. And it's just quicker than looking on the floor. Don't get me wrong, you can see it on the floor as well. But it's just a bit easier, I find, doing that, a bit faster, a bit more efficient. And don't sprint as well. So although at the moment I am sprinting a lot, I'm carrying food and I'm carrying water. But when you sprint, your food and your water go down faster. So another way when you first start is just jog everywhere. And that'll give you more time to play with as well. Same with your clothes being wet or your clothes being ruined so you get cold. Your food and your water will go down faster then as well. Well, these are just things that just take time to learn. It's just hours in the game, that's all it is. The more you play it, the better you get at doing stuff like that. Cheers, buddy, I'm on official. I think it's more fun than modded. I agree with you, I love official. If there isn't any fruit, just look at houses and wait a minute, then check the tree again. Yeah, definitely. Yes, fruit can take, so like I'm just studying now, if I hang around here for about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, mushrooms will start spawning out of the ground as well. And it's the same with fruit. If you just hang about, like Hermit says, fruit will start spawning on the floor, underneath the trees as well. And you'll tend to find that when fruit spawns at one tree, it'll tend to spawn around that tree more than around the others as well. It's a bit of a quirk with the fruit. It tends to clump up into certain areas. But it's just trial and error, and it's just something you'll learn with time and experience. You tend to get most fruit trees in people's gardens, the house gardens, but you do sometimes get them out in the wild as well. So it's worth checking trees out in the wild and all. Fruit is a brilliant thing to learn to find in the game. And if you've got a knife and something to dig the floor with, you can get seeds from fruit as well, or certain fruit. So you can start planting them, same with some vegetables as well. You can start planting them and growing them. And you can eat rotten fruit as well. Just don't eat too much of it too quick. You'll leave it about 2 or 3 minutes before you eat another one. Otherwise you get sick. You're right, Mr. Shifty. How's it going, buddy? I've just heard a load of wolves, but I think they're going after somebody else, if I'm honest with you. They sounded very far away. And they've gone quiet now. I'm on a community server, but no mods. Well, one mod that lets you build anywhere. Yeah, it's pretty vanilla. That's cool. Hey, Shifty, you the guy I met the other day? You're cheating on me, seeing other people? What are you doing? I'm not going to tolerate that. You're not allowed to do that without me. What are you up to? I'll get jealous. Both of you in on it. You're both cheating on me. What are you doing? So you're sacked. You're sacked. Was running around having Haven and I saw a Shifty. You thought he's a bit shifty, and what's he up to? Oh, another thing as well, Jedi. Don't be put off by hunting as well. It is worth doing if you can do it. Farm animals, you can kill them with a knife. You've just got to creep up to them, not necessarily crawl. Just creep up to them with your knife out, and obviously give them a stab. They'll run off, but unlike with wild animals, which wild animals will just run forever, so don't bother chasing them. Farm animals will only run about 10 or 15 meters or 20 yards or something like that, and then they'll stop again and just keep creeping up on them and stabbing them, and after you've done about 3 or 4 stabs they'll die. So that's a way of sort of cheesing it with farm animals as well. You can eat raw meat, it'll make you ill, but if you're dying, I suppose it's better to be ill. However, if you've got multivitamins, eat a multivitamin first, then you can eat as much raw meat as you want. However, you don't get as much nutrition from it as cooked meat. But, again, if you're starving, and you happen to have at least one multivit on you, you know, kill an animal and eat all the meat. It's better than nothing. So again, as I say, just for your next few lives, maybe, it's obviously up to you, you do what you want, but maybe practice concentrating on just finding, oh, sewing kit, perfect. Finding food. Go on a low population server as well, so, you know, maybe one that's only got like 5 or 10 people on it, you know, and then just go in the woods and just learn to live in the woods for a bit, you know, even just for, when I did it for about 2 weeks, just lived in the woods like this, for like 2 weeks, never came out, didn't see anybody. Just learned to build shelters, build fires. I learned to hunt animals. I learned how to prepare food. Literally just all the stuff like that. I had loads of fun doing it. It's you know, you can make loads of things from the animal skins, and you know, learn to make like bags out of burlap sacks and stuff like that. We'll do nice fun stuff. Oh, you're more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome. Nice. Food and zombies are my weak point. 2 zombies attacking me on PC usually kill me. Again, make the effort to fight zombies. Actually start a life, or even do a few lives. Once you can do, I wouldn't do all these things at the same time. Obviously, focus on one thing at a time. But just start fighting zombies, fist fighting them. Don't even use a knife. Learn how to fight them with your fists. You know, just 1 zombie at a time at first, and then 2 zombies. You know. I'd say 2 zombies is probably the limit for most people. 3 I can sometimes fight 3, sometimes I can't. Depends on how the dice kind of roll with that. And any more than 3 and I'm screwed. Hermit plays mouse and keyboard, and so does Shifty. So they may have a different view on fighting multiple zombies with mouse and keyboard, but with controller, I'd say 3 is the hard limit really. Jump up on a car. Yeah, they can't climb them. Yeah, that's good. That's good advice, that. That's very good advice. I'll try that, Hermit. Nice one. I came to PC from console, so I play solo on DayZ. Yeah, man. Just the only thing about being on top of a car, though, is if you're in a high-pop server, people will snipe you. The HESCO barriers as well. You know, the around barracks, you get those big walls, those big brown walls. You can climb on top of them and kill zombies as well, and they can't get you up on them either. So anything high up like that. Hay bales as well, you can climb on them and kill zombies. But sometimes they can fluke hit you. And bunk beds as well, if you're inside a barracks. You can climb on top of a bunk bed. Rope and long stick makes a fishing rod. And bone makes a hook, yeah. That's what I think you were supposed to write, weren't it? Fishing rod is top tier, by the way. Absolutely amazing. Certain times of day, so sunrise and sunset are the best times to fish. You'll catch more fish at them times. I've seen the window way to kill them from inside the house. Yeah, mate, yeah. Killing them through windows works. That's a really good way of doing it. But again, you've got to be careful doing things like that, because if anybody's around, they can snipe you through the window. Or, you know, like on top of a car or something. So, I'm not saying don't do that, but it swings and roundabouts. Obviously, if you're on top of a car or you're inside a building, slashing them through the window, you're totally safe. but you're vulnerable to other players, whereas if you're outside fighting them on the floor, you're more vulnerable to the zombies, but it's harder for players to shoot you. So it's everything's a trade-off. And then as well, if you're outside, so if like I was fighting zombies, now you're on the floor, every time they hit you, they're damaging your clothes as well. So there's nothing you can do about that. So you do risk ruining your clothes. Why can't I put that away now? Why can't I put my compass away? Oh, it's because the knife's bloody not in the sheath, innit? Oh, them wolves are out and about again. So whoever they were chasing, they didn't kill them. Alright, Dave, get ready for surprise wolf attack. If in a house or greenhouse, killing them through windows or walls, you can hit the wall and without gloves you can make you bleed. Yeah, that's true. Be very careful, and same with glass windows if they're broken. So just be careful about hitting walls and stuff, that's very true. Greenhouses are great to kill zombies through because they've got the massive panel at the back where there's no glass in it at all. It's just like an open door, but the zombies can't step through it. It's like shooting fish in a barrel with that. And I would advise, if you're on top of a car or hitting them through a building, take your gloves off and don't use your knife, because that way you don't ruin your stuff. Because if you're wearing gloves and you're punching them, you'll ruin your gloves. And every time you slash them with your knife, you wear your knife down, or whatever weapon you're using. So, because you can take your time, you better just using your fists. There's definitely somebody over that way. I don't think gloves do anything, to be honest with you. I don't think they improve your hits or anything. If you hold something in your hand, it's like a tin of beans or something, it does more damage. But again, as you hit him with it, you damage it. So just be careful. So if you are going to punch with something in your hand, make sure it's something you don't mind getting ruined. You know, like at the moment I've got quite a few bandages spare, so if I wanted to, I could use one of them as a weapon. And I wouldn't mind losing it, but if I only had one bandage left, I wouldn't use it. Gloves stop you getting cut while gathering sticks too. Yeah, that's what gloves are best for, mate. When you're doing things like punching through a window, they'll stop if you hit a wall by accident. You won't hurt your hands. That's really what they do. They stop you hurting your hands by accident. And same with gathering sticks. They stop you cutting your hands on sticks. Or you can use your knife or a machete or an axe or something or a saw to anything sharp to gather sticks as well. But again, they get worn down, so it's up to you. You've got to decide what you. It's like hunter stands like this. These are a good source of food. Not always, but sometimes. Don't rely on them. Oh, I'm just having a run around on my stream on my own tonight, mate. I only really do team stuff on the weekends, buddy. Are you streaming, are you? Joe, are you streaming? Because if you're streaming, they'll know. That's how they'll know where you are. because they know what server you're in. And don't worry about it, mate. If your base gets raided, it gets raided. This is that's part of the game, mate. That's just the way it goes. Oh, you're doing shorts, are you? Yeah, if you do shorts, shorts are a good way for you, man. And trying to gain subscribers. I'm on 15. Oh, well done, 15. Well done, you. That's good. That's excellent. Nearly 10 more from last time we spoke. Congratulations. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. It's nice to know that you're enjoying it, mate. Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to get back to my stash so I can make some boxes and bury some stuff. Because I didn't have a saw the last time I went. And I'm carrying loads and loads of stuff. And I know I can drop half it if I need to, but it's stuff I'd rather not throw away if I can avoid it. So I'm going to make another box. Dump a load of stuff in it. I found a load of NBC kit. So I want to put it in a box and keep it safe. So I can go into one of the gas zones when I find a respirator. That's if and when. If and when. Oh yeah, I'll come on you on the weekend if you want, mate. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Yeah, I'll have a run with you on weekend. Don't worry about that. Absolutely. I'll give you an hand on your server. It's absolutely fine. Sharpening so. Oh, I've not got room for it, have I? I'll tell you what, we'll get rid of you and we'll get you because you're handy to have. Pitchfork, no, can't dig with that. Oh, thank you very much, buddy. Iron Tiger, for following me. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Glad you're having fun there, buddy. Don't need you. Duct tape. Duct tape. Should I get duct tape? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, you know what? We'll drop you. And we'll drop you. I've got loads of bullets, in fact. We'll get rid of those other ones instead. Get rid of them. And keep them. Decisions, decisions. Another house. Let's have a quick look in this one. See if we can find a shovel here. Oh, it's a pub in it. Thanks, man. Oh, it's alright, Joe. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. You're very fine, buddy. It's fine. I know roughly where I am with this location. I can't tell you the name of it, but I know roughly where I am. How are my boots doing? Is that a car then? Worn. That's fine. That is fine. I can live with warm boots. That's not the end of the world, really. Evening, Dave. Wasn't on yesterday, was my birthday. Oh, don't worry about it, mate. I wasn't on either, but thank you very much. How was your birthday as well? I hope it was a good one. What are you now? 65, is it? 70? On my server, there is one of them factions after me, and it's so annoying. Oh, mate, that's no good. How do they keep finding you? Yeah, I didn't come on yesterday either, mate. I had quite a bit to do. 97. Oh, he's still young, mate. He's still young. In your prime. Still a whippersnapper at that age. I don't know, I always run to the airfield. Oh, well, there you go, then that's how they're finding you. They're hanging around the airfield and just killing everybody that turns up, aren't they? Spring chicken, that's it, mate, that's it. That's it. As long as you can still see your toes without using a mirror, it's fine, mate, don't worry about it. I believe Ad's had a good time over the weekend, didn't he? From what I saw anyway, on Sunday morning when I was driving, early Sunday morning. I did help with the moving. Well, they haven't moved yet. What it is they were ripping out the carpet. They're moving in on Wednesday. That's when they get the keys. But they've been given permission to start doing some prep work. So I went in with them and just started helping them rip out carpets and finding light switches and the stopcock and stuff like that. You know, just that sort of basic stuff really. Just getting it prepped, getting it all prepped. But yeah, got all that done. Nice house as well. They've got. Yeah, he had a late one watching ads. Nice chill night. Seemed that way. Seemed like they were having fun. Did you go online with them? Did you? Or was you just watching it? Oh mate, yeah, I had a whale of a time with them. Had an absolute whale of a time. Just getting into usual rum stuff like. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but then they were all smashed, which was funny. It was like we'd never been away from each other, you know. And just doing infuriating things like go and shake your hand and then you put your hand out to grab their hand and then they lift their hand up and do like the stroke in their hair, or they'll just turn around and walk off before you can shake their hand. Just stuff like just like, oh mate, it grates you so much. But then you're obviously laughing after as well. You're doing it back to them, mate. Just all night winding each other up. Funny, man. Funny. I miss all that stuff. Good bunch of guys. Good bunch of guys. Nice to see them. Nice to see them all doing well. Oh, mate, yeah, all the banter. All the banter. All the insults coming out. Like, oh, Dave, I love you. Oh, yeah, I tolerate you, mate. Don't worry. Yeah, no worries. You sorted another day to meet up again with them? Not yet, no. They were all too drunk. So, I'll be making contact soon with them again. In fact, one of the lads texted me today, asking how I was doing. It's nice to see him. Honestly, it was like putting on an old pair of trainers again. You know, just slip straight back into it. Like we'd never been away from each other. Brilliant. Great fun. What did I say? Just usual wind-up merchant stuff. Just playing sort of games. Sort of games that can break some people, though. Because naturally we take it too far, obviously, like you do. A couple of times I had to control the impulse to throttle them. Just grabbing them by the scuff at collar and just shaking them. I could kill you right now. I could choke you right now for doing that. I love it, man. I love that stuff. Oh yeah, mate. Good old times. Old times. Obviously, one of the lads is still in army as well, so we were all laughing at him for having no beard. He was just giving us loads of crap for us having them. They were saying, "Why do you grow now? You're allowed to, aren't you?" He's like, "No, you don't. Shouldn't have a beard in the army. Shouldn't have a beard in the army. Oh, go on, grow a beard. You look good. Go on. Stop being a stick in the mud." Fun times, man. Fun times. And just dancing like absolute idiots as well. Oh yeah, well I call it dancing. I mean that word's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Trying to move our bodies in time with the music would be a better way of putting it. With zero grace. But good times, man. Good times. Long drive though, 2.5 hours the drive. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Do it again in a heartbeat. Don't bother me. Oh, full on dad dancing, mate. Full on dad dancing. Absolutely. Just having fun and not caring, which is what it's all about, guys. It's what it's all about. In fact, I was at work today, obviously. I was speaking to another guy on site. I've never met him before. He was just on a different machine, but he was staying on site whereas I was leaving and driving around all day. I said to him, "Why aren't you getting your top off and enjoying the sun?" He went, "Oh, not me. I've got a body like a 12-year-old girl." I said, "Oh, who cares what everybody else thinks? The life's for living. So don't worry about what other people are thinking. Just enjoy yourself. Soak up some of that sun. It's nice." Lovely. Don't worry about what other people think. Oh, defo worth the drive, mate. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. I'll have to make arrangements to meet him again in about maybe in another month or two. Let's have a look up here. Is that a road up here? A path. A path. I don't know why, but saying path then, it just reminded me of that scene in Monty Python at the Holy Grail with the knights who say "ni." Oh man, that's funny, that film. I love that film. If you haven't seen that, by the way, it's hilarious. Absolutely should watch it. One of my favourite films, that. Lost count of how many times I've seen it, and I still laugh every time I watch it. Rob was back out fishing again today. Loves it, he does. Oh, he does love it, and I don't blame him, especially while the weather's nice. Even if you don't catch anything, it's not a wasted day. Sat by the lake with rod out. He was on here not so long ago, actually. Rob, he was in chat having a said hello. I don't know where he's gone, actually. My voice is a bit tight tonight. I don't know why. I think it might be hay fever. Slight bit hoarse. It is. Feels like I've been shouting and I've not. We're no longer the knights who say "ni." We're now the knights who say "eki, eki, eki, patang, no boap." Yeah. And then another one of them in the background goes "ni." It's just so stupid. Cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, please. Don't be so ridiculous. Oh, alright then. You're probably having food, fell asleep, lol. Hay fever right today, Dave. Mine's bad. Yeah, it's definitely hay fever. I think it's just closed my throat up a little bit. I'm back in my throat. Although my eyes have been alright, I'm not going to lie. Usually it's my eyes. I very rarely get it in my throat. To be honest with you, it almost feels like, you know when you wake up the next day and you've smoked too much? It almost feels like that. I don't smoke anymore, but I used to. And no, I'm not one of those obnoxious ex-smokers either. You guys crack on if you want to smoke ciggies. Fill your boots, your bodies, you do what you want. Apparently the new COVID has a hay fever flavour this time. Could be that if you have the dodgy cough. Yeah, it must be. Must be. I'll have to amputate. Put me down. I'm dying. Dying of COVID. That's my device, that, by the way, guys. Making beeping noises if you can hear it. Not yours. Just in case you were wondering. That's it. Amputate my legs. I'm dying. Dying of COVID. Got the coof. There's a big fence. There's a big fence. There's the bunker in it, I think. I've got here quick, can I? If it is the bunker. The bunker. The bunker. Had it last week. Not that bad this time, to be fair. Yeah, man, I mean, I'm not one of those people who denies that it's a real thing. It's obviously a real illness. I just think the hysteria around it got way out of control. And I genuinely believe a lot of the hysteria was intentionally created by the Chinese. Like when I remember when it first came out, COVID, and all the news was showing us the videos of them trucks driving down the streets in China, spraying all the streets and showing them literally welding people's front doors shut and stuff like that. You know, and like showing all the trucks full of coffins and stuff, empty coffins. And I think the Chinese did it on purpose as a form of psychological warfare against the West. I think they did it to terrorise us and try and demoralise us and undermine us, and it worked. It massively worked. That's my opinion, obviously. But even like the things like where people were saying about it coming from the biohazardous lab in Wuhan, and at the time they were calling people conspiracy theorists and nutjobs for saying it. It's like, but where this Wuhan has literally got a weapons grade biological lab right next to the wet market that this disease is supposed to have originated from. Do you not think that's a little bit of a coincidence? Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist, you guys are nutjobs and dangerous, and now that's the leading theory. So to me, the whole thing of COVID, and you can disagree with me if you want, it's just my personal opinion, but the whole thing just stinks. The whole way it was treated just stinks, and I think part of it was also governments taking advantage of it. I'm thinking this is a great way for us to get some extra control and bring in some draconian rules that we want. And another one I think was China trying to undermine us psychologically, and the global public fell for it hook, line and sinker, in my opinion. And I'm not blaming them for that. You know, fear is a very, very powerful tool, and has been used in war for as long as humans have lived. You know, I mean, Genghis Khan is a great example of using fear tactics against populations, you know, flinging bodies over walls and stuff like that, and literally killing everybody inside a city who resisted him as a warning for the next city along. Like, it's like, right guys, if you open your gates and let us in, or we're going to do the same to you as we did to them. You know, so fear is a very powerful motivator. So I don't look down my nose at anybody who was genuinely scared. It's a natural human response. I'm angry at the governments and the doctors who came out on TV and terrified people. I think it's disgusting what they did, and I think people are still traumatised by it now, and it's wrong. It's absolutely shocking. Disagree with me if you want. I will welcome that. You know, as I say, I won't call anybody names or, you know, say you're thick or anything like that. You know, I'm more than happy for people to disagree with me. You're well within your rights to. I'm very, very open to debate and discussion, by the way, if you're not aware of that. I think it's healthy for society to function properly, and for people to be exposed to ideas they don't like. I just think it's generally a good thing for your day-to-day lives, you know, for you to listen to people who you disagree with vehemently, you know, incredibly strong opinions against yours or you against theirs, but to be able to communicate in a civilised manner. I think it's really important for a functioning society and for your own mental health as well, you know, so you don't get driven bat poo insane, going up the wall, you know, bouncing off walls, getting mad about things. You know, it's not a healthy way to live that. Sorry mate, I'm trying to read, I've said a load of messages. It's a flu derived from SARS. Yeah, technically a disease you get from, I thought it was a virus. So did USA and Israel way back in 2013? You can read the research on it on Google from 2013 right now. I bet you can. I had COVID. You lost like 56, but man, that is yeah. Some people did get hit hard by it, man. You know, I do believe that some people did die, but I also believe that a lot of deaths were blamed on COVID that really weren't. There was cases, and I don't know how prevalent they were, but there was cases where people had tested positive over here in the UK, and then they'd be in a car crash, like say a week later, but because they tested positive for COVID within a month of dying, they got put down as a COVID death. You know, there was loads of people like that. My grandmother died during COVID, nothing to do with COVID, cancer related, but she tested positive for COVID, so it was on her death certificate as well. You know, and it was the cancer that killed her. You know, And we weren't allowed to see her while she was dying in hospital. She had to die on her own. And that really, really angered me. You know, my grandmother had to die in hospital on her own. It's terrible. Absolutely. What would we do? Go in there and give her COVID and make her die? You know, she was dying anyway. Just terrible. Terrible the way they treated people. Inhumane. Unnatural. Cruel and unusual, I believe, is the legal definition. Cruel and unusual treatment. And I will never, ever, ever forgive any of the people who were in charge of this country at that time. All the political parties are up to their necks in it, in lockdown. And they're all revelling in it as well. It was disgusting, in my opinion. Don't say that. They'll start charging us for it as a diet. Yeah, the new form of diet loss on the NHS. Get your COVID injection. Get here, fatty, and take your injection of COVID. You're costing the NHS too much. You think we can afford all the heart disease and diabetes treatment? Get here and get your COVID shot. Or we're putting you down. That'll be the next thing, you know, to do with the holy NHS. I'm not against the NHS, by the way, but it has become a bit of a cult in this country with some people. They will start refusing service for people who are obese soon. They'll try and get people to download apps to count your calories and stuff, and see how much you're smoking and drinking. Because they're already on about means testing pensions now as well. You know, imagine that now. You're 65. You've worked your entire life. You've put a pittance away into a private pension for yourself, and then paid your national insurance to pay for your government pension. And the means test you and say, "Oh, sorry, bud, but because you've done the private pension as well, you can't have your government pension anymore. I know you've paid into it your whole life, but sorry, buddy, you're not having your private pension." Joke, innit? Absolute joke. You're cool with that'll be $49.95, please. Yeah. What do you mean you got it when you were at work? We've patented that virus now. You still owe us the money. Give us the money now. Or get the COVID out of your body and give it us back. Don't you know we designed that in the lab? I remember when Monsanto were doing that to farmers, because they bioengineer their own fruit and veg and stuff, don't they, and wheat to be resistant to diseases and stuff like that. And they go around where they sell it. They go around checking farmers' fields who don't buy Monsanto wheat. And what happens is if the wheat seeds naturally blow into your field, they take the farmers to court and ruin them. Well, in France, a farmer there was very clever, and what he did was he countersued Monsanto and told them, "You've got 30 days to get into my field and remove all of your wheat without damaging any of my crops. Otherwise, I'll be suing you." So they dropped the case, and after that, there was never any more court cases by Monsanto. Terrible that they were doing that, though, isn't it? That is actually evil. Evil, ruining farmers. They were doing it in India, and there was loads of Indian farmers who were F11ing themselves in real life because Monsanto was financially ruining them. Terrible. They're actually evil, them big corporations, some of them big corporations. Like, literally, actually evil. Yeah, that farmer is a legend. I remember it going on for a couple of years, and me and my mates, because we were in the army at the time, we were absolutely shocked by it, like that people were actually that evil. Like, we knew that people were bad, but like, you know, it's just, you see a level of evil that's just like beyond what you'd normally expect. It's like movie, you know, like film villain, you know, it's like James Bond villain evil, that, you know. So when one of us found that story of the farmer countersuing him, it was just absolutely, you know, it stuck in my head because of it, just because how amazing that is, you know. I don't know if it was him or his lawyer, but whoever thought of the idea of countersuing him, genius, absolute genius. Well, it's just disgusting behaviour, that, you know. And that they were allowed to do it as well is even worse. Gonna combine them. Let's just have a look. I mean, what sort of a person have you got to be to think, right, let's start going around farms and finding these crops which and you know, as a bioengineer or as a whatever, or a lawyer or whatever, you know that those things are just going to spread naturally. So that is so predatory to do, to even think about doing that. You know what I mean? It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You have our stuff in your field, fix it. No, no, no. You have your stuff in my field. You fix it. Yeah, man. Yep. That's basically the long and short of it. Very clever. Very, very clever. Like, obvious when it's pointed out to you that that is the way to deal with that. But man, to actually think that, it's like trigonometry, Pythagoras' theorem. It's obvious when somebody points it out to you. It's like, oh yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But to actually have the epiphany of that idea in the first place, amazing. Amazing. Right guys, I've just done 2 circles, not 3. Simply because if I do 3, I'll end up chopping the tree down. And people will be able to see. So by only chopping 2 circles, I'll still get the wood. And the tree stays stood up, so nobody knows I'm here. Sneaky, sneaky. Right, let's come back for them in a minute. Put that back for now. What am I doing? Take them. In fact, I still need that. You can go in there for now. In fact, you can go in there for now. Now I need to find out which ones I was at again. I've lost the tree. That's the problem. That's the problem with being sneaky, guys. I've been too sneaky. I mean, just the level of evil, though, to even think about doing that to people. Especially like in India, like poor farmers, like, and they were convinced by Monsanto as well to start using their products, because a lot of them didn't use them, and they gave them like a. But then what they won't tell them as well is, in order to grow their products, you've got to buy all the stuff that comes with that they sell, because otherwise the plants die. So you've got to buy all like the compatible plant foods and stuff for them. They were just bankrupting all these farmers. Actually evil people. And I don't think there's anything anybody can say to convince me otherwise. That's warm, that's fine. You can go in there as well. I could probably get rid of some of them magazines actually. I'm carrying too many magazines now. Carrying far too many bullets, ironically. Let's pick that one up and move that one. I shouldn't really have them all next to each other just in case. keep them ones there. What are those bullets? 7.62 by 3.9s, yeah, keep them. 7.62 by 5.4. Them 5.4s, aren't they? 3.9 actually. Right, take them. And then you can get flying lessons. Woo! Right. Battery. What's that? Epi. Epi, I tell you what I'll do. Actually, take them back out. Get rid of one of them EpiPens because I'll need one of them on for an emergency. Just to get out of the poo in an emergency. Make quite a bit of space now. Five more. That'll do. That'll do. It's got loads of NBC kits here as well. Don't think I've got a respirator though. What I'm missing. Yeah, missing the respirator. Unfortunately. Right, let's just go back up here. Right guys, I'm back in a minute. Just got to go do something quick. Right, and I'm back. Time to get me fat behind sat down in a second. Get me headset back on. And get me hip hole rump parked back on the sofa. Right. Good to go. There's some pets, hugs and sausage rolls. In that. Right, let's go find. Oh my goodness, my character can actually move. Carp fishing. Be gone for a couple of days soon. Got a lot of prep to do. Hey mate, like I always say, real life happens, man. It's far more important than playing on the internet. You know, coming on the internet's nice. It's nice to see everybody when you come on, man, but you've all got your lives to live away from here, you know, and that's far more important than coming on watching old fat Dave play computer games. But I do appreciate the company. It is lovely. It is lovely. But live your lives, guys. We only get one life, and it ain't a dress rehearsal. Enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it, guys. There's no rewind button either. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go. It'll be a bit of an adventure as well. We'll go to Dolnik, I think, and Konopki, because they have medical centres, so they may spawn respirators, and then we'll look at coming back here. Yeah, I won't take the stuff with me. The NBC kits with me, just in case I die. I don't want to lose them as well. I've got them stashed away now, so carp fishing, mate. Be nice, that. Be nice. Get some big old fat carp. I think that's going to be gas grenades coming in. Gas inbound. I tell you what, that time I was on the other night when I was in that military base, and I thought there was somebody with a red head torch, and it wasn't. It was a flare for the gas. That taught me a valuable lesson. Let's get me jacket fixed up. Want a 40 pounder? I bet you want a 40 pounder. I bet you do. Is that rod and reel or pole fishing that you're doing? If you say pole fishing, we're not friends anymore. I don't mind fishing, but I'm more of a shooting person myself, if I'm honest with you. I like the loud noises of the guns, shooting guns. It's fun, and I'm happy either hunting or just going like doing target shooting. Either or, I'm not bothered. I'll do both. It's like shooting guns. It's fun. Nothing against fishing. Don't get me wrong. I will do it. I will do it. But it's not my first choice. Not been in years actually fishing. If I was to take up fishing though, it'd probably be fly fishing for myself, because I'd like to make my own flies. I'm into doing stuff like that. You like making little things. I like them both. Anything I can bring food home with is yeah, 100%. Or just bully the fish. Yeah, you just bully the fish, you know. Well, I mean, you could just shoot the fish, can't you, if they come to the surface? You know, you don't even need to hit them. You just need to shoot close enough that the shockwave from the bullet distorts the water at such a force it kills the fish anyway, because fish are quite delicate and sensitive to shock to fast pressure changes. So the phrase shooting fish in a barrel is 100% true, because you don't even need to hit them. Just shoot into the water and you'll kill them. You just hit the side of the barrel hard enough and it'll kill them. They're very sensitive fish like that. Not that I'd want to do it like that, you know. I do believe in the sport side of it, you know. I remember when we was over in Canada and I was speaking to some Canadian guys over there when I was working with the army. We was on about shooting. And they were telling me how, like, if there's ducks on the floor or slats on the pond, they'll shoot them. I was like, you what? Like, well, there's no sporting chance there. It's like, oh, who cares about that? It's just, I couldn't get it. But they couldn't get it with me. It's like, no, if I'm going to shoot a bird, I want it to be flying. You know, give them a sporting chance. Where's the skill in just shooting someone that's just sat on top of a pond? It's not for me, that. Not for me. Each to their own, though. I get it. I mean, like, a lot of them guys, though, they're just going out for food. You know, whereas if I'm going out hunting, I'm doing it for the sport of it, you know. Same with fishing, you know. It's like I won't go to a fishing pond or a river and just cast a massive bloody industrial net into the water and start trawling fish out. It's like, where's the sport in that? You know, you get your rod and your hook and your lure on the end of it, whatever it is, whether it's a lure or bait or whatever you're using, you know, and try and have a bit of skill and sport about it, you know. It's a hobby at the end of the day. Yeah, that's my view on it anyway. You know. Delicate and sensitive. I seen one fight for an hour and still rob the bait and all but laugh at the guy. No, they're not that delicate, obviously, but when a bullet's travelling through the air, it's going faster than the speed of sound, so it creates a sonic boom, and that means it causes huge distortion behind it and leaves a shockwave. This, to an extreme example, if you fire a 50 caliber high velocity bullet, you don't need to hit a person with it. If it's within a metre of you, it's going to split your skin open, so you don't even need to get shot actually in the body to get injured or even get hit by it. The 30mm Arden cannon on the Warriors, that doesn't even need to hit you within a metre. If it goes past you within a metre, it's going to kill you just from the force of the disturbance of the air. And it's the same sort of thing to fish in water. You get like a pressure wave of energy being transferred through the water from the bullet as it loses its momentum, and it transfers its energy into the water, and that creates kinetic energy in the water in the form of a shock wave, and that kind of punches the fish and kills it. You know, when a bullet's travelling, man, it's got a lot of energy behind it. A hell of a lot of energy. A level of energy that we as a living creature can't actually imagine. It's beyond our capacity to understand. All you need to know is that it can kill you. You know. We can transfer it into numbers and understand the numbers, but the actual reality of the force, it's beyond our ability, our comprehension, because it's so beyond our ability to create that with our own body, that level of force. We just don't have the ability to understand it, you know, which is fair enough. I love the peace and quiet and being with nature. Yeah, man, I do too. I do too. And that's part of what I enjoy about the sport of hunting, and not just shooting anything and everything that you see. You know, it's getting to enjoy nature and the peace and quiet. But then I do love the adrenaline of shooting the gun and getting the loud bang from it as well. You know. But again, I mean, I'll happily go on a range or go out with a clay pigeon trap or whatever. You know, I don't care. I just like the shooting, man. Being outside with people. You know, having a laugh, having a crack. I'd be right at home me if I lived in Texas or Alberta or somewhere like that. Absolutely love it. I think the Americans have got it right with the Second Amendment. I fully support that. 100% support it. But yeah, man, that's what I like about the fly fishing as well, because you get to go to some beautiful places doing it. Well, I mean, same with carp fishing, you know, I'm not saying it's exclusively. Any fishing. You know, you don't even need to get your waders on, just go on riverbank, casting and just have fun, you know, instead, like you say, enjoy the peace and the quiet, man, it's lovely. Even if you don't catch anything, just being away from civilization, brilliant. So what rigs are you setting up anyway at the moment, Dave? Like bait balls and things like that, or is it pre-done hooks or what? I've not done carp fishing before, so I've only got a limited knowledge. I'm sure it's quite simple and basic to understand once it's explained. You know, what the skill is in acquiring the knowledge in the first place and knowing how to apply it. You know, it's the nuance of applying the knowledge properly, you know, which comes from experience. You know, it's like shooting a gun is simple on paper, you know, accurately, but to actually shoot a gun isn't quite as easy as you think, as it first appears. I take it you go fishing to your hermit as well, with the way you're with your anecdotes that you're sharing. Or is it just mates of yours that do it? If anybody's watching the stream and you've never fired a gun, I would highly recommend, even if you live in like the UK, going to a clay pigeon range and having a go. You know, even if it's like I say, just firing a 12 gauge shotgun at a few targets. Oh, you'll have a whale of a time. You really will. You'll have an absolute whale of a time. Even if it's just once in your life. I don't think chat's updating. Oh no. Popping up in corner then, like chat was like somebody was posting. I mean, to be honest with you, you don't even need to shoot a 12 gauge shotgun. You know, you can fire a 10 gauge as well. You know, if I want to fire some smaller guns, you'll still have a really fun time. Even firing 2.2 rifles, to be honest with you, it's good fun, man. Or 2.2 pistols, you'll have a lot of fun. You'll honestly, you'll have so much fun having a go at that. You know, your local rifle range in the UK, usually there's a lot of indoor ranges dotted about. You know, you're going like 25 to 50 metre ranges. Great fun. Usually anywhere that has an archery range, you can usually go 2.2 shooting. Do a bit of target shooting. Good fun, man. Good fun. And you know what? Even if you don't particularly like it, at the end of the day, you can say, you know what? I've fired a gun. You know, it's just one of them things to put off your tick list. You know, I know in like countries like America and Canada, it's not that big of a deal, but in the UK, with how strict they are here, with firearms, access to firearms, it's quite a big deal, man. You know. Blowback. Just applied to work at a gun shop here in town. Oh, that's cool, man. Love sleeping under the stars in summer's. Yeah, mate, I do. I've done that loads in the past with my mates. We've just gone out into the middle of nowhere and just ended up sleeping under a bush or something. Don't even take any sleeping bags out with us if it's warm enough. Literally just sleep on the floor, man. Just take some food with us and things like that. dig a little hole and make a little fire inside a bush. Shouldn't do it at all. Very naughty. Very, very naughty. But life's for living, man. That'll be cool, that holding. Working in a gun shop. What sort of gun shop is it? Rifles and shotguns, or which country are you in as well? So we've got an idea of what you may or may not have access to. You've probably told me before, but unfortunately it's hard to keep track with everybody if you have on who's from where and what, who says what. So especially when all I've got to, when I'm looking on screen, I've just got a name to look at 99% of the time. It's hard to keep track. Louisiana, US, yeah. Oh, you'll have plenty. There'll be everything in there, won't there? Then you'll have bloody Browning heavy machine guns and howitzers and stuff, aren't you? That you'll be able to play with. Everything but nuclear bombs you'll be able to sell, won't you, and play with. That is what I love about America, man. There are literally people who have howitzers. And there's some guys who've got like Revolutionary War cannons and stuff like that. I love it. Absolutely love it. If the government can have it, we can have it. Yes, yes, please. What? Please, Jesus, please. Why are they allowed to have that and we're not? Please, please, sweet baby Jesus, just this one gift. Please, all I want is to own an Accuracy International 50 caliber semi-automatic sniper rifle. Please, it's not too much to ask for. They're only £20,000. I just want to own one. That's all. It's not too much to ask for. Hello from Iowa again. You're right, Tristan Wolf. How are you doing? As well, another of our American friends, another person who has got my favourite rule in the world, the Second Amendment. You guys, that is one thing you guys have done right. Get D&E for holding a screwdriver over it. Oh, won't you, man? Won't you? You got a licence for that butter knife? I'll definitely be wearing my pistol every day at work. Oh, absolutely. And you'd be silly not to as well. You would absolutely be a fool to not be. Not that, you know, I imagine 99.9% of gun shop workers never ever have to pull on customers ever. But it's not worth the risk. At the end of the day, there's always idiots, unfortunately. But that's like in any business. You know, you could be working in a tool shop and somebody could get a Stanley knife and decide to go crazy with it on a rampage. You know, idiots do stupid things, unfortunately. But yeah, man, safety first. 100% agree with that. 100% agree with it. What pistol have you got? It's like a 9mm, or have you got a beautiful hand cannon? Oh mate, I would absolutely. You know, for me, my dream handgun is probably a Colt Python. I love it. Beautiful gun, the Colt Python. Something about revolvers, they're just sexy, man. Or Smith & Wesson 500. That's another beautiful handgun. If you're not careful though, it'll take your arm off. Don't get me wrong though, I mean, I do like semi-automatic pistols as well. The Sig Sauer that we had when I was in the army, they're nice little handguns. I had a lot of fun shooting them on the range. You know, I've nothing against smaller handguns, you know, like, but it's just the rule of cool, you know. Desert Eagle, they're also very cool. Even the 45 version, through the 50. You know, I quite happily have the 45 version. It's another beautiful gun. Just looks nice. Sexy firearm. An M9A3, nice. Connoisseur's choice, that. Connoisseur's choice. Reliable. You know, I mean, I'm saying things like Desert Eagle and Smith & Wesson 500, but they're not cheap guns, you know what I mean? They are not your average everyday gun owner's choice. Collectors, firearms. They are they're a few $1,000s each, them guns, aren't they? You know, they ain't cheap. But man, they are beautiful, beautiful things. Marvels of engineering as well. Engineering masterpieces. And you just gotta have so much fun as well shooting them. Oh man, taking them on the range. Beautiful. And not only that, but if somebody does come into your house and you pull out a Smith & Wesson 500, you know, it's like basically a tank cannon that you're pointing at them. You know, they're going to poo the pants. You know, they are literally, you're going to hear it coming out. You know, when you see the thing pointing at them. And you'll see the line going down the face as the colour drains out of them. You're like in a cartoon. And when you fire it, they'll hear it in the next state as well. Yeah. The guys over the county boundary will know that you'll have dealt with the intruder. Oh yeah, Dave's just dealt with an intruder. How do you know? I've just heard the Smith & Wesson firing. I'll definitely be buying more once I get some things sorted IRL. Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. One step at a time, innit? One step at a time. I mean, to be honest with you, as well, and I need to find out what the rules are over here, but I won't mind having a black powder rifle, you know. Even if it's muzzle loaded, you know. Smooth bore. You know, that'd be fun. Because that's, you know, like making the black powder would be fun as well, you know. It's part of the hobby, innit, you know. Again, just very cool, man. Oh, mate, that's gorgeous. A flintlock. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, I'd be happy with the matchlock as well, to be honest with you. Flintlock or a matchlock. Just anything, you know, it'd be fun. You're not having a firearm like that for practical purposes. You're having it for the fun aspect of it. You know, it's like it's a hobby. You know, big massive bang, loads of smoke. You know, it's gonna stink as well. Oh, brilliant! Love it, love it. It's like having an old dirty diesel 4x4 pickup. You don't have it because it looks good. You have it because it stinks and it's loud. We hunt with them. Oh, you can do as well. My God, you'd be able to take down a grizzly bear with that thing. It's gonna punch through anything, you know. I take it you've got to be careful with measuring the powder though, haven't you? Because otherwise you can end up blowing the breech, couldn't you? By accidentally overloading it. Do you make little paper wads for it, do you? Or do you just pour it out of a decanter? Oh, I bet that makes a right crack when it goes off as well, doesn't it, that thing? Big massive plume of smoke belching out the muzzle as well. Oh man, that's so cool. We have pre-measured charges in tubes in a buckskin bag. Yeah, very wise. Very, very wise. How many shots can you do in a minute? Last I tried 4. That's good, man. 4. That's good. That's good. As long as you don't forget to take the ramrod out on the last shot and firing that off as well. In a rush to get your last shot off. If I'm rushing and not aiming, yeah, just flinging them out. That's it, just flinging balls out, musket balls. But that's just having fun with it, innit? You know, you got to have fun with them safely, obviously, because it is still a firearm, and it absolutely can kill people if you're not careful. But yeah, man, having a bit of fun, seeing how many you can fire off in a minute. That'd be good fun, that. I know you can have black powder over here in the UK, I just don't know what the laws are around it. And you can buy antique guns as well, where the calibers are no longer what you'd call production line calibers anymore. So you can buy them without a license, because you've really got to know what you're doing, obviously, to start making your own ammunition for them. So if I wanted to, I could go out and buy like an antique handgun and own that without any sort of checks or license. But I don't know what the rules are around black powder. I've never looked into it. Here you can have a black powder gun sent to your house through the mail. That is the most American thing I've ever heard in my life. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I mean this sincerely and genuinely from the bottom of my heart. God bless America. Absolutely, God bless America. That's when you know you're free. When you can order a flintlock rifle through the post and have it delivered to your front door. That is just amazing. Oh man, that brings a tear to my eye. Do you need to register like black powder rifles and things like that? Because you have your gun shows as well, and you can just buy a gun from a gun show, can't you, without a background check? Is that correct? I mean, I don't know if that is true or not, and obviously that could just be negative propaganda that's been uncharitably presented. So, no. So you mean, don't tell Dave like we're moving house, only in some... What, no for registering black powder weapons? Or no for ID checks or what, sorry? Or no, you can't buy guns from gun shows? Sorry, I said quite a few different things, that's all. Then, and I'm a bit confused on which ones you mean. Canada are quite liberal as well with the firearms laws, and if memory serves me right, I believe per person, not as an absolute total, but per person, there's more guns in Canada than there is in America. Oh, you okay, Jan? How's it going? I'm just having a bit of an autistic spurg out about firearms at the moment, so you'll have to excuse me. I love firearms, I'm not gonna lie. Canada can't own anything that holds over. Oh yeah, they've just recently changed it, haven't they? You're right. See, I'm thinking back to 10 years ago, you know, but bloody Justin Castro's changed it all, hasn't he? Yeah, I forgot he's a bedwetter, isn't he? Who gets upset by the word gun. Oh, that's good, that's good. I believe there's some music events going on this weekend in Liverpool, isn't there? I was speaking to a guy today, he's a Scouser, working in the Blackpool area at the moment, travelling in on one of the building sites, and he's saying there's a big music event on one of the parks going on this weekend. You have a Discord, I can send you pics when I get new ones. Yeah, man. I'll put me Discord name in 1 second. I'll share it for you in a minute. And same regarding guns. If the good folks can't have them, how will they face against the bad guys with guns? Exactly. That's what I always say. And also, I don't think it's the place of anybody else, including the government, to decide how you choose to defend yourself. It's only the place of the government to hold you to account for abusing firearms and using them unwisely. You spoke to a Scouse guy and understood what he said. Yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time with Scousers when I went in the army. There were quite a few Scousers at my unit, so I'm quite adept at understanding Scousenese. Just 1 minute, guys. I'm just off YouTube, so I can't see any messages. On Animal Menta bitte. There you go. Scouse. Somebody from Liverpool is a Scouser. Somebody from Liverpool. They've got quite a unique accent in England, and it comes from a mix of when Liverpool used to be classed as Lancashire before it became Merseyside, and large numbers of Irish immigrants. And it created a very, very unique accent. It's a bit of a Marmite accent. Some people hate it. I'm quite partial to it. I do like it. I like the Geordie accent as well. And Geordies, if you don't know, they're people from Newcastle, by the way. I just thought then you're probably not going to know what a Geordie is, are you, either? Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. I'll get back on the old Discord now. Hello, just wave to you. Hiya. Right, let's get crack-a-lacking on here again. Just 1 second. Get set up. There we go. Like most UK accents, set for Birmingham. You know, I don't mind the Brummie accent, but I find it comical. In fact, where I was this weekend, my mates, just outside of Wolves, a place called Kidderminster. One of my mates, it was a wedding do, so all his family was there. They're all from Wolves, so it was all like yamming. How are you yamming? Yam 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 yam. Oh, it's funny. Taking mick out of them. They were taking mick out of me, obviously, for being a northerner. How do? Hey up. Dost thou fancy a pie? They'll eat good, that will. You're right there, our lad. Fully made me oven and flagpole, amazing. Oh, you got a flagpole as well. Love it. Well done, Hermit. The oven, is it something like, is it 30 stones or something? Is it large stones you need for the oven? KAM, I think that's the 762 in it. Yeah, it's 762. You get the drum bag for that as well, the KAM. Beast, absolute beast with that. 32 large stones. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Quite a task for that. Do you have to make the stone circle first before making the oven? I've never made one, so I'm not 100% sure how you do that. That's the first time I've managed to do that. Dive through an hole underneath something like that. Every other time I've just face planted the wall or the fence or whatever it is I've been trying to get through. Oh, go on, let's have a Zagorski. Go on. It's a chocolate! Ooh! Lucky me. Lucky me. Lol, hermit. Oh, 32 for the pole and 16 for the oven. That explains why I had those two sort of rough numbers in my head. Oh, that the field. No, I need a car tent or two. Only two of us, so it takes a while. Yeah, man. Yeah. Is that your missus playing with you, is it? I found a tent on here the other night, actually. I should have picked it up. Might go back and see if I can find it again. I know roughly where it is. It's just outside of Nadbor. In the trees to the west of the military camp, if I remember rightly. A camouflage tent. How do you get 32 stones, break up boulders? Hermit. I think with like a pickaxe or a hammer or anything like that you can use. Use a sledge or a pickaxe. Or even the hammer on a boulder. Yeah. If you use a screwdriver, it just gives you small stones, doesn't it? Instead of large ones. I use pickaxe because you can sharpen it. Yeah, that's very wise, that. Can you use a hatchet as well? I think you can use a hatchet, can't you? I just built my first base and drove my first cars. Hey, excellent, well done. I only drove my first car about a week ago, so don't worry about it. How did you do with the driving? Did you die? You are a little bit twitchy, to put it politely. I didn't make flagpole because I thought I'd have to find 30 odd little stones. We can make little stones from large stones. As I say, so you can break large stones with, I think it's a screwdriver, and like Hermit was saying, you can use something you can sharpen, so you can sharpen a screwdriver. I'm driving terrifying in PS4, but I didn't die because I didn't get about 50 kilometers in third gear. Lol. On my server, if you die, you spawn at Luna Park, not all over the map. Got so fed up of spending 3/4 of my day. Yeah, that's it, man. But if you're on server, it makes sense, to be honest with you. Just use a pickaxe, Jan, and take sharpening stone. That's it. That's what Hermit was saying. Take pickaxe and use sharpening stone. That's what he likes to use. And Hermit will also like to use the pickaxe for farming purposes as well. That goes without saying now, doesn't it, with Mr. Hermit? It's just implied when it comes to tool use. Can it be used for farming? Farmer Hermit. Above 50 kilometre, not about, lol. My phone is horrible with autocorrect. Oh, don't worry. I like going above 50. I like to live dangerously. I think about 80 was my cut-off point. Might have been 100. Either 80 or 100, I can't remember. Thanks, David. Oh, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. If you die, don't blame me, though. Driving Miss DayZ. Not wrong with that. If you come out alive at the end of it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You don't get extra loot for driving faster, do you? So don't worry about it. All that matters is getting to your destination without dying. Done it again. My goodness, I straightened myself up and then within 2 seconds I'm going in the wrong direction again. Every time. Every time. Don't matter how good at driving you are, you suck at lag spikes, trust me. Staying second, maybe third, if feeling brave. That's it, man. That's it, especially when you get in busier areas. Just lags like mad, doesn't it? Anywhere where there's any sort of buildings or zombies around, lagging straight away. A bit of the old tea. I'm quite partial to a cup of tea, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That is my vice. Tea. Not the worst vice in the world to have though, is it? Let's be honest. Especially on corners. You change the load view when turning so it can cause horrible lag turning near towns. Oh, big time. You only drink tea, you hate coffee. You see, I don't mind coffee. I don't mind it, but I've got to have sugar in it. And proper coffee, you know, done with coffee beans and that. It's quite. I'm quite partial to it, but again, I don't drink too much of it. Not like Starbucks are out, you know. I'm not. I will drink them or Costa coffee if I'm out and about and I've run out of tea at work. I might buy one, but it's just that's expensive though, when it keep doing that. But I'm definitely all about drinking tea. All about drinking tea. You put sugar in everything. Oh, I'm sweet enough already, me mate. Sweet enough already. I swapped to herbal tea. It's the best thing I did. You know what? I don't mind fancy teas like that. I like fruit teas. I just find though, because obviously when you do a fruit tea, it smells like fruit, but when you drink it, it just tastes like warm water. I find if you add a couple of spoons of sugar to it, or even just 1 spoon of sugar to it, just to sweeten it up a tiny bit, you then get the flavour of the tea in your mouth, of the fruit in your mouth, and not just the smell of it. Wife says, I'm so salty, I should never have had season anything. Your wife sounds like a lady of high culture. I approve. You chose well. You chose very well. But I might treat myself to a G&T. Oh, old G&T. I never mind. I never drank a lot of gin when I used to drink, but I'll have one every now and again. A G. Wasn't opposed to them. Well, I've not had a drink in 5 years. I think it is now. Alcohol free for 5 years. Might be longer actually. 2018. Oh, it's not 6 years now, isn't it? 6 years. Lamaffle. I drink ginger tea with honey and lemon, licorice tea. I like licorice tea, that is nice. That is nice. Don't drink too much of it though, because it's a natural laxative. But licorice tea, I love licorice though. Delicious. Told her what you said, she laughed. Classy lady, well done. She's welcome into the streams anytime, your wife. She's welcome to spectate anytime. I didn't start drinking till my mid-30s, so I'm trying to catch up. Oh, you've not missed out, trust me. Very wise, that. Very, very wise. I saved up for the deposit on me. I put 50% of my wages away every month for about 4 years, and then used my Afghanistan bonus to put a 25% deposit down on my house. It's amazing what you can do when you cut back on the old alcohol. In fact, the lads who I met up with this weekend, my ex-army mates, not this time, but when we left the army, they all said to me, they're like, Dave, we wish we'd done what you did, because they used to all laugh at me for not... I did drink every now and again, don't get me wrong, and I'd still get blottoed every now and again with them, just not as often as they did, you know. They used to laugh at me about it, you know, and jibing me and that, but they got it. They weren't trying to peer pressure me. But when we left the army, they all said to me, oh, Dave, wish we'd done what you done now. Look at you bought an house and, you know, you're leaving the army. At least, you know, we're a bit of a setup. It's like we basically peed all our money up against the wall, you know. It's like, well, they tried to tell you, lads, but you're having too much fun, which is fair enough. I prefer raspberry tea. Yeah, man, raspberry tea is delicious. That is delicious. I drink less than anyone else in my family as it is. Not a bad thing, mate. Not a bad thing. You know, I'm not trying to pressure anybody into not drinking, by the way. I don't think any less of you if you do drink. As somebody who's done a lot of drink, I've done a lot of drinking myself. I mean, before I joined the army, I used to drink a bottle of Jack Daniels before going on a night out. That was my warm-up drinks. And then I'd drink the equivalent of another bottle of Jack Daniels on a night out. You know, oh my God, I was an absolute mess. Absolute mess. So, you know, I'm not a stranger to the old tipsy doos. But I don't know what changed, to be honest with you. Just something in my head, we're just like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of making other people rich. Was the exact thought that I had in my head. I'm sick and tired of making all these other people rich, and all I've got to show for it's an hangover and vomit down the side of my clothes sometimes. That's when I started saving my money up. I started opening up what's called an ISA account, and put a limit on it with the bank where I had to give them, I think it was 2 months' notice in order to access the money. So I couldn't just raid it at any time, and I had no card for the account either. They tried to give me a bank card and I cut it up so I couldn't just get into it whenever I wanted. It was hard at first, but to be honest with you, after about 6 months I got used to it and didn't miss the money because I never saw it. But obviously being in the army, I was able to do that, you know, put a lot of money away very quick, because I had very, very low outgoings, and I had no children at the time and I was single, so I could do that. Kind of made up for the poor pay that we received, to be honest with you. I drink once a year or so. It just lost its... Yeah, mate, to be honest with you, that's all that happened with me. I never went out of my way to stop drinking. I just had my last drink, and it was... I bought a bottle of port, and I drank it over 2 nights, playing Red Dead Redemption. And once that was gone, that was it. I just never fancied getting another one after that, and I've never looked back. That's a good incentive to stop drinking and good for you all. Thank you very much. Come from a family of alcoholics. I'm the only one who can have one beer and stop. Yeah, man. That's a hard curse, that, for people. Yeah, they have my thoughts and my prayers for that, definitely. That's drinking like that is definitely... I think there's definitely something genetic about it, you know, where it's like a compulsion or something, you know, like... it might be a survival mechanism, you know, like where people who somewhere in history, ancestors of multiple generations have lived in, let's say, near starvation possibly, and it may be a case of, oh, we found this good source of whatever it is that the body likes, get as much of it in you as quick as you can because we may not get any anymore. I think there's probably some sort of hereditary, distant genetic reason. I'm probably not explaining that in the best way, but I do think it's linked to something like that. Same here, grew up around alcoholics and made me hate alcohol and drug people. but now I like a G&T or a glass of wine. If me, yeah, I mean that's it. You know, it's like anything. It's they're called vices for a reason. When you indulge in these things, same with gambling. There's nothing wrong with like saying having a game of cards with your mates and everybody puts a fiver down or something. But when it starts taking over your life and ruining your life, then it becomes it's obviously a problem, isn't it? You know. And that's the right way to drink alcohol. That, by the way, John. You know, just have one, just one. You know, get a nice little buzz off it. You know, just have a relax. You know, I think part of it with myself though is because I was living with undiagnosed autism at the time, and I've got a bad habit of taking things to extremes. So, like playing this computer game every night for multiple hours each night since I've bought it. Or it was the same when I was doing martial arts, like, you know, 5 to 7 nights a week for years on end. You know, when I was in the army doing crazy sports, you know, just I can't not take things to an extreme. I'm either all in or I'm not doing it. And it was the same with drinking. I'm either drinking until I pass out, or I'm not drinking. But being diagnosed with autism has obviously helped me to come to terms with that and understand it more. You know. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, autism, unfortunately, especially when you don't know you've got it. Not that I'm trying to blame anything on autism, far from it. It just explains it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm still a grown adult, and I was a grown adult then, and I was in control of my choices, and I just chose poorly, whether I was diagnosed or not. I accept sole responsibility for those bad decisions. It is not the fact I was autistic. Although, if I'd have been diagnosed earlier, I may have made different choices, but we shall never know. But I still accept full responsibility for those bad decisions. I may have 3 or 4 beers once in a while, or I like a Jameson's and Coke or 2, but I don't get poo-faced. I drink to enjoy it and not forget I exist. Yeah, man, that's very wise. That's very wise. Very, very wise. That's part of the reason why I joined the army, though, because I was getting involved in a lot of rum stuff like that, you know, and other substance abuse as well, and starting to get into petty crime and stuff, and other negative aspects that come with that kind of lifestyle. And that's when I thought, well, do I really want to end up in prison or in a box 6 foot under the ground? Not really. It's not very good when you're 23 years old. Not good. Those aren't good lifestyle choices. So I thought, I think I need a firm boot inserted up my behind on a regular basis to help me learn. And the army were more than happy to supply that boot on a regular basis to help me learn, and boy did I learn quickly. yeah. I'll complain about a lot of things about the army, but one thing I'll never take away from it, and I think it's the same in most countries, is it's a great social mobiliser. An absolutely fantastic social mobiliser, and really does get people from, mostly young men to be honest with you, from let's say troubled backgrounds or stuck in bad lifestyle habits, and it helps them to sort their lives out, you know. So you can never take that away from the military for the faults of it, you know, and things it does get wrong. Understanding why you did things makes you deal with them better, and you don't feel as bad about yourself. No, that is half the battle, understanding. Absolutely agree with you. But I still accept full responsibility, though, for making those bad decisions, even though I didn't have all the full facts, you know. I don't feel bad about it. It is what it is, you know. Live and learn. Live and learn from it, that's all it is. Try not to make those mistakes again. And speak to other people like I'm doing now. It's part of the reason, because I've had this in the past. People like, oh, why are you talking about all this sort of stuff for? You shouldn't talk about this. Like, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for other people to learn from it. You know, so other people can listen to what I'm saying and go, you know what? That's some bad things that have happened there with bad consequences. I don't want to make those mistakes. I think I might take some of that on board, you know. So if I can help other people by telling them about my cock-ups in life, hopefully it helps them have a bit of a better life. You know, so at least something good can come from those bad decisions. It is what it is. I don't say it with any pride or with any relish. But I do think it's important, especially for younger people, to hear about it. You know, to hear about these sorts of mistakes that older people make, and hopefully they can learn from it. And you know, I'm not saying they won't make their own mistakes, but at least they're better armed. Especially now with the internet, you know, my goodness. I'm not even saying that's the right advice either, but at least it's something to work off. It's a starting point for people to at least look at and work from. You know, and try and find more information, which may be much better than mine, and hopefully help them better than I can. Right, I know I'm in trees. Where am I? Where am I? I know I'm in Livonia. I know I'm somewhere in Livonia. But where actually am I? Ooh. I can't be far from Dolnick now. My God, I've been wittering on for long enough. I could talk iron legs off a scabby donkey me sometimes. When I was a little kid, I never shut up. I just used to talk and talk and talk. Like anything and everything. My son's the same, to be honest with you. I love listening to him talk. He talks about everything and anything. A lot of it's about him wanting to understand how things work and what things are, and why do birds do this and why do bugs do that, and oh, I saw this spider and it was doing this, that and the other. Love it. Love listening to all that from kids. Same with girls, now they're older as well. They can actually understand things a bit more in depth. Explain things a bit better to them. It shows people it's not just them going through stuff, and it's not embarrassing to admit your problems. Absolutely, that's absolutely it. Even if they don't admit those things themselves, and I've had that before where people have come up to me and said, "Oh, thanks for telling me about whatever that was that you were talking about. I wasn't going to go see a doctor about that, but now you've said about it, I'm going to go see him about it as well." That particular story was actually to do with having piles when I was in Afghanistan, and I went to the toilet and it looked like Freddy Krueger had attacked me afterwards. So I was just telling everybody, and I went to see, short stories, I went to see the doctor about it on camp, Camp Bastion. A female doctor came in and she obviously asked me to assume the position on the bench. She got her gloves out, put her gloves on, and got a finger ready. Have a little bit of a chat. Won't go too deep into the details, but I looked over my shoulder at her and I went, "Please be gentle. It's my first time." And then afterwards, when she'd finished telling me what it was, because I was obviously going in to check to make sure it went cancer, to be honest with you, because I was bleeding that much, and that's why I tell people about this story as well, to get yourself checked out just in case it's cancer. But anyway, on my way out, just before I walked out the door, I looked back at her and I just went, "I hope today was as good for you as it was for me." And she went, "Oh, effing get out," laughing her head off. Anyway, I told the story when I got back to the workshop, and one of the lads came up to me after I told the story in private, and he said, "Oh, Dave, I've been bleeding quite bad." He said, "I wasn't going to go see the doctor about it because I was really embarrassed." He said, "Well, I'm glad you've said that. Do you think I should go speak to the captain and see if I can go see the doctor about it?" I said, "Absolutely." I said, "Mate," I said, "it's probably going to be like what I've got. Probably got piles." I said, "But you never know. It could be cancer. It's worth getting it checked out." I said, "Probably isn't going to be. I don't want to worry you." I said, "But get it checked out just in case." I said, "And even if it's not," I said, "Look, mate, we're in a hot country. You're sweating when we're working on like big vehicles, sweating our backsides off." I said, "You could end up with an infection. I said, just from it being an open wound." I said, "So you need to get it treated anyway. Otherwise, you could end up in hospital. You could end up with bloody blood poisoning or something. So get yourself checked out." And he did. He got himself sorted out, but he never would have done that if I hadn't told the story. And for that exact reason that you said, Jan, about being embarrassed. And in fact, the captain who I was just talking about, who he went to speak to, he actually asked me. He said, "What? Dave, why do you tell these horrible stories? And that's what I explained to her. I said, look, sir, I don't. I said, for a start, we're in Afghanistan, and I said it gives everybody a good laugh. You know, it keeps morale up, and I get a good laugh out of it. You know, it's all you know, we're all having a good laugh about it. I said, I know Craftsman, I won't say his name, but Craftsman so and so has come and spoken to you about going to the doctors. I said, he's only done that because I've told that story, and because he was too embarrassed to go to the doctors about it. I said, so that it lets the because I was like about like 5 to 10 years older than a lot of the other soldiers of the same rank as me, because I joined quite late. I said, so it gives a lot of the younger soldiers the confidence to know that these sorts of things aren't something to be embarrassed about, and it happens to everybody. And then they're willing to go and get checked out. And he was like, he was quite taken aback, and he was like, that actually makes a lot of sense, you know. He's like, no, fair enough. He was a public school boy though. For those who don't know what that is, it's private school, from quite a well-to-do family, quite posh. So he was quite, let's say, sheltered from what you'd call working class humour. Although he did laugh, he did find it quite funny, but more funny in a way of, oh god, that's disgusting sort of funny, rather than like, ha ha ha, let's have a belly laugh about that kind of funny, you know. But you know, he was all right. He was all right for a posh bloke. And then I think he sort of understood the method in me, the method in the madness of what I was doing, why I was saying those sorts of gross stories. If you didn't go in there and say, so-and-so said you were the best he had ever had, and I had to try it out for myself, then he missed a golden opportunity. Oh my god, that would have been amazing. Well, I hope he didn't get the other doctor that I saw walking after me, who had massive sausage fingers. Some bloke, he was like about 6'5" tall, and I'm not even joking, like, his fingers were like his finger was like a banana. Oh god, the guy was huge. I just thought, my god, that man had made me cry if he had to check me. I think I would have had to have called a crisis line after that. You know, some sort of a victim. Laughing at you, Odin. Jan's having a good laugh. Yeah. That would have been really funny, man. Craftsman Dave said, and if you're wondering, by the way, Craftsman, that's a rank comparable to a private. So depending on which cap badge you are in the army, you the name for private. So a few other ranks change as well. Like but private changes a lot over various different cap badges. Let's take that. Take that. Oh, I'll take that. I keep coming back here for little bits. They must know I'm coming and robbing them. Don't take too much. I just 1 or 2 little bits, you know. Just 1 or 2 little bits. Usually things like that, you know, that shovel. There was a car in here as well that they'd parked. I wonder if it's still here. I took everything out of it. I took like the spark plug out, radiator out, pulled all the wheels off and hid them. Absolutely no need to do that at all, none whatsoever. But I did it anyway. Because there was no... Oh no, I didn't do the spark plug because there's no spark plug in it. My thoughts was, if I can't have the car, they can't have it either. I'll have a quick look at those messages in a minute, Odin. I've just seen you messaging me, buddy. I'll have a look at those. Yeah, the car was parked around here somewhere. They must have done it up and moved it. In fact, I think it was here. But anyway, it's gone now. Oh, getting hungry now. Getting hungry. Choosing your doctor based on hand size. No law, but makes sense. Oh, I didn't choose him. Oh, believe you me, I didn't choose him. It was just dumb luck that, to be honest with you, that's what I probably would have refused. Like, I'm not even joking, like the size of his fingers. You're not sticking those things in me. Not a chance. The day, maybe when Satan puts his ice skates on to go to work, but not today, Dr. Fat Fingers. Not today. He comes walking out like he's just rode a horse and tells you he'll never listen to you again. If you read this, you're a... take this Brazilian rule. I couldn't read all those words then on stream. Some naughty words. That'll get me in trouble with Daddy YouTube. It's in scope. Unfortunately, guys, there's no way I could have left him there. I'm getting out of here because I think there's somebody else. He gave me a fright. He could have jumped me then. Ooh. Get out of here. I don't think he's on his own. I could have done, mate, but to be honest with you, I don't think it would have ended well. He was geared. He was too geared for my liking. I've made that mistake in the past, unfortunately. Brazilian nuts very hard to make people laugh. Oh, mate, yeah. The English hermit. He did speak. He said bang, 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 bang. So if they ain't geared, you wouldn't have shot him. Why bother gearing then? I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. Unfortunately, I've been bitten quite bad in the past. And there's that is obviously a location where people are coming to regularly. And they've had a car there as well, and I think there's quite a few of them go there. So I've got a feeling, and with this being a mouse and keyboard server as well, I can't really run the risk on controller, man. I just can't. I've left his stuff there. He can come back and get his stuff, but you said those bitten in the past thing words wouldn't change you. They have changed me, you're right. I said I'd try not to let them change me. I'll try not to let them change me. But I've met up with people still on servers. You know, when people have asked me to meet up, I still do that. I was not expecting to see somebody in that corner then. We need to get some bullets. Need to get some bullets loose. You see, if he hadn't have been looking at me, if he'd been in the corner, but he saw me, that's the problem. I would have quite happily have walked off if he hadn't have seen me. But I've got a feeling that would have gone wrong for me if I hadn't have done that. He is. He is. Well, I mean, I don't know if he... You see, I think he thinks I was his mate. I think he thinks I was his mate. I don't think I've got to... He could have taught first, you're right. You're absolutely right, he could have done. I had the advantage, and I felt the right course of action was to use it. Was to shoot. He was looking through his loot. Whatever he was doing, he was geared and armed. And we're in the deepest part of Livonia as well. I tried to speak if I hear people before they or me are inside the walls. Yeah, yeah. Blaze. Yeah, I think he's the base owner. Absolutely convinced of it. And like I say, I think that person thought I was his buddy. I'll have to read that message in a minute, buddy. I could only see half of it when it popped up on screen. Oh, I've already got one of them. Already got one of them. Have I got another knife on me? I don't think I do I? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've left him with his kit anyway, so if he can get back there quick enough, he can still get his kit back. I think that's fair enough. You can ask me any question you want, mate. Any question you want. Ask away, my friend. Ask away. Hi again, Dave. I just ate my tea and I'm back now. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I hope you feel better for having your tea. And I hope it was nice. I enjoyed my tea, actually. I made a... I got the slow cooker out over the weekend and I put a shoulder of pork in it with various vegetables. Turnip, carrots, onions. Does your father? No. Yeah. Yes or no? Your dad does. Your dad does, Hades. Yeah, I had peppers in it as well, and after I'd cooked it on the slow cooker, I put it into a big pan, just to make gravy out of the juice with the juice in it. Because I find with a slow cooker, if you try making gravy in it, it doesn't work. It just the gravy just all clumps up. It doesn't mix in 'cause it's not hot enough. But putting it in a slow cooker, oh, the meat it goes beautiful. Just falls to pieces. Those fell off the bone. I took it out, shredded it, and then mixed it back in again while I was doing the gravy. Lovely. So I had a bowl of that tonight for my tea. That'll last me the rest of the week, that. Full turnip, 3 onions, kilo of carrots. That's 2.2 pounds for our American friends. 2.2 pounds of carrots. 3 large bell peppers. Like I say, a shoulder of pork. Lovely. Rosemary and thyme as well. Mixed into it. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The beef gravy I use though. The beef gravy. Back in 5 minutes. Just realised that my washing is still hanging outside. Oh! I've never eaten a turnip. Have you not? Oh, turnip's nice, man. Turnip's nice. Goes well with carrot. I usually buy Swedish turnip. Or people sometimes call them Swede. Carrot and Swedish turnip mashed together with butter. Beautiful. Beautiful. But any turnip goes nice with carrot mixed together, to be honest with you. I usually just do them in sort of equal amounts. You know, like 50-50. Just boil them up, get them so they're nice, you know, soft enough to mash them, and then mix loads of butter in. Gorgeous, beautiful. I've got COVID. I feel like I'm on death's door. Oh, mate. Oh no, we're gonna have to put you down. We're gonna have to put you down. That's it. Seahound's gone now. That's it. Bring out your dead. Bing. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead. Oh, can't take him anyway. Monty Python, man. Brilliant. Yeah, 49.95. Oh. That's from earlier on, that's Ian. We were talking about COVID earlier, mate. So, that's related to a joke we were saying earlier. So other than having the allergic, Seahound, how are you doing, mate? You okay? I was thinking of you when I posted those pictures of Everton, by the way, because you're a true blue, aren't you? Sound. That's not COVID. The new dietary supplement, hence the price. Yeah. Olding lost quite a lot of weight when he had COVID. He said about 50 to 60 pounds he lost. So we were making jokes about how the NHS will end up using it as a dietary supplement for people in the future, and they'll start charging people for it. Is basically the gist of the joke. You know what it is? I don't know the skibbity stuff. Skibbity toilet, is it? I'm aware of it, but I'm afraid that one's lost on me, mate. I don't understand the connection. I'm afraid with that one. Stay home for a week, yeah. I'm Everton fan. I thought you were blue. I thought you were blue. I remembered you saying that. They didn't get relegated, did they? Last season. I know they did quite bad, didn't they? But did they manage to stay up, did they? No, I didn't think they did. I didn't think they did. I know they were panicking about it at one point though, weren't they? And I remember my dad's a Liverpool fan, so I remember him taking obviously pleasure in that news at the time. Might get kicked out of stream for this, but I've never understood soccer. Ban him. No, I'm not a massive soccer fan myself, buddy. I'll watch it every now and again with people who like it. If it's on and I'm with my mates, I'll watch it. I understand it and everything. I get all the rules, but it's not something I go out of my way. But I'll talk to people about it as best I can. You know, I don't mind having a chat, but obviously I'm not really a massive fan of it. I can't. There's only so much I can really say about it. You know, I can't really have an in-depth conversation, to be honest with you. But for a lot of people, it's very important, you know, so that's why I don't mind talking about it with people, you know. It's interesting to hear what people think about something they're passionate about as well. You know, you don't have to be a fan of something yourself to find something interesting to listen to. Or at least that's my opinion anyway. You know, that's my opinion. I understand it, I just don't get why I'd want to watch a bunch of men argue over a ball. Seems like a women's sport. Well, I appreciate the skill. You know, I like watching anybody who's a world-class talent at anything. I really do enjoy watching people who are amazing and try to understand what they're doing. But it doesn't get me excited watching it. I don't get like passionate about it. In the same way, I'd enjoy watching if I got a time machine. I'd enjoy watching, I don't know, bloody Vincent van Gogh painting a painting, or you know, Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel or something like that. It wouldn't be exciting to watch, but I'd enjoy watching it. Or even a surgeon performing surgery, you know, like open heart surgery or something. I like watching anything that people are incredibly good at doing, incredibly talented people doing their talent. I find it fascinating. So I'll watch it more for that reason, to analyse it. You know, there's no denying that top tier football players, you know, they have got talent. You know, even if you don't like it, it's a lifetime's dedication. They've committed their life to it. You know, you don't have to enjoy watching it, but you can't. I don't think it's right to say that it's that they haven't got talent though. Yep, that's it. You hit the round thing with your foot. It's stopping other people from taking it off you though. Not gonna lie, I love volleyball. So women's game kind of annoys me because I got made fun of all the time. Yeah, I love watching volleyball, particularly the women's volleyball. I'm not gonna lie, I watch that all day. I watch that all day. Odin Zand sees now a bunch of women jumping around. That seems like a man's sport. Yeah, girls, I'm just here because I enjoy playing volleyball. Woo! Who wants to play volleyball again? Come on, girls. It's a hot day. Let's play some volleyball. It's all good, man. It's all good. We all like different things, man. We all like different things. And nobody needs to justify anything that they enjoy doing, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. or interfering with anybody else's life. I used to play volleyball. I even got offered a college scholarship to play it, but I was young and stupid. And oh, mate, that is silly. We played volleyball when we were in Afghanistan. Top Gun style, but instead of it being on sand, it was on gravel. And we still did all the jumps and the dives for it. Oh man, we got some gravel rash from that. Got some horrendous gravel rash. We were wearing cheap aviators and obviously had our dog tags dangling down as well, just like in Top Gun. No way she saw me. I don't think she did. Where did she go? She made the noise. Weird that. That was a bit weird. I'll have a read of those messages in a second. I'm just gonna get myself somewhere a little bit more hidden away. Right, what are we saying here, guys? What's everybody saying? Yeah, we do. I like to see women jumping about, and you like to see men argue over a ball. Glad that's clear. Why not drink alcohol anymore? You don't like hangovers? To be honest with you, mate, no particular reason. It genuinely wasn't anything at all. I just never fancied another beer. It was just that simple. Like literally just as simple as that. Never fancied it again. No dislike for it. No hatred for it. No. I just stopped drinking it and I never fancied another one. And I can't really say any more than that, if I'm honest with you. Oh, Team River Go, thank you very much for subscribing. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've just seen that now. I do apologise. I do apologise for not saying that earlier. Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Oh. My croaky voice. Still a little bit. Just a little bit too light for the night vision. I think the medical centre's right at the back. Got to be careful around here as well because it does get gas bombs coming down here. There we go. Looks like somebody might have been here. Be right back. Got to serve up dinner. No worries, mate. You, as I always say, you go live your life, man. Real world's got to take priority over my stream for you guys every time, every day of the week. No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. The only exciting thing that's happened since you've gone, really, or close to, is I've been attacked by a zombie, killed it, and then as I was crossing a road, I heard a zombie make an agitated noise, but it didn't come after me. So I thought maybe there's somebody else, but I saw it calm down after that quite quickly, so I don't know. I've earned that G&T now. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you don't need to earn it if you enjoy it. We're all allowed to indulge in something every now and again, even if you haven't earned it. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of indulgence every now and again. Oh, you're back with food in hand. Lovely. Lovely. As long as that's the only thing you've got in your hand while you're watching the stream, that's fine by me. And if you're thinking anything dirty there, that's on you, not me, alright? Somebody's definitely been here. Good. That's what I like to hear, Odin. I'm not referring to anything. It was just a vague, open-ended statement that didn't actually refer to anything at all. Oh, red beans, rice and sausage, lovely. Lovely, that sounds nice, that. Does sound good, that. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Oh, but they're really proud, aren't they? I love it when my kids cook for me. It's brilliant, man. I like doing baking and stuff with them as well. My son, who's 5, he wants to have a cupcake shop when he's older. He wants to make cupcakes. Said, you make the best cupcakes in the world then if you're going to do that. And then let Daddy come round and get really fat eating them all. And he said, okay, Daddy. I said, that's fine by me. Yeah, it is really cute. Bacon is for the devil, that science is out of my league. Oh, we don't do anything fancy, mate. Nothing fancy at all, you know, it's like really basic stuff. Like pound cake and stuff like that. It's dead easy to make. Balls, it was a good rifle, that. It's a good rifle. Don't need it, but it is a good rifle. Right, I need to go eat some food in a minute. I came here for a respirator and there wasn't one. So it's time to get out of here. I've never made cakes, but I cook some mean meals from scratch. Yeah, I do a lot of cooking from scratch. The only thing I don't really make is gravy. I just buy instant gravy. But pretty much everything else I'll do it from scratch. And it's not that I can't make gravy, I have done it in the past, it's just there's only so many hours in the day and I've got to draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? So I draw the line at gravy. I mean, sometimes we just get those cake boxes, you know, don't even, I mean, they're easy enough to make. You know, it's all in a box, all you need is like a bit of oil and some eggs. And I think maybe milk, it depends on the box that you get, you know, make that, just get them sometimes, it's even easier, isn't it? It's all there for you to do, you don't even have to think about it. It's just something for kids to do, they like it. And I like eating it, I'm not going to lie. I mean, who doesn't like eating cake? Question. Who's been in a town when it gets gas bombed? Can you survive it without a blood transfusion? As long as you've got a respirator on. If you've got a respirator on, you'll get cuts, but you'll be fine for the gas. You can get out. So I think you got something like 20 or 30 seconds to get out of the gas. I've had it before on Cherno on stream where I was right in the centre, and well, in fact, it happened to me the other day, didn't it? On this map, Livorno. I know you were here though, Jan. I was over at what's it called? Bloody Nidec or something. It's called, isn't it? Nadbo. Sorry, Nadbo. Just outside of Nadbo, there's a military base. I was in there, and a gas bomb came down on me, and I started sprinting out, and I got out without getting poisoned. I had a few cuts though. So it's not always a death sentence, but you just got to be quick. But yeah, it happened to me in Cherno. I was dead centre as well of the, when it came down on top of me. I was in a building, and I had nearly full sprint though, full sprint bar. I wasn't carrying very much, and I think Hermit was with me, or I know he's watching at the very least, laughing. Get that one. It happened to me last night. First time, and I only survived because I had a blood bag. Yeah, blood bags obviously helps. Blood bag definitely. I've got a blood bag on me as well for that very reason. You get something called pox as well. I think I've got a pox pen on me. I'll show you if I've got it. I should have it on me. If not, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, pox antidote, that cures it as well. Doesn't protect you from getting it again, so if you're in gas, it won't protect you from getting reinfected immediately, or I should say it resets the counter again. But if you've, I think if you get to the point where you're vomiting though, it's too late. You're gonna die. But as long as you've only got the first stage of it, where you're just generally sick, but once you start vomiting blood, that's it. You're dead. Only time I was ever in a town that got bombed was when I was off server. So it bombed me out of town when I logged back in. Yeah, that's good, that man. That's good. I've been in quite a few towns when it's dropped on me head, to be honest with you. I've had it happen to 3 or 4 times now. Oh, I don't half make you get a panic on. Oh no, gas. Not seeing that pox pen either. Or the 3 or 4. You get pox pens out of permanent gas zones, and I think I got this one out of the bunker. I don't know if you get them from towns that have had gas drop in them, but you can get the gas grenades from a town that's had gas drop on it. So you can either wait on the outskirts of the town until the gas clears and then go look inside it, or put an NBC suit on and you can go find gas grenades. I just picked one up this morning for the first time, but I'm on a modded server, didn't even know what it was till now. What's that? Yeah, you need a respirator to go on in a gas zone. A respirator and a full NBC suit. If you go in without the NBC suit on, or it's damaged, you get cuts from the gas cuts you. You can go in. I've done it before. You can go in with just a gas mask on. I've done it in Cherno. Just put a gas mask on and took loads and loads of bandages with me. And every 30 seconds you stop into bandaging yourself. So you do need a lot of bandages, but you can find some really good stuff in them permanent gas zones. I got an M4 and what rifle was it now? I can't remember. I got a good rifle out of it as well, and a night vision scope for the rifle, which is really good. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. You get all your gas stuff from fire stations and medical centres and hospitals as well. You can find them in other places. I have seen them like spawning houses and stuff. That's very rare. But I just seem to be finding respirator canisters at the moment. That's all I seem to be finding. Which isn't a bad thing, but if you're going to go into a permanent gas zone as well, you want at least three spare gas canisters on you. And try to get the biggest bag you can, and even a spare bag to carry. Every play is something new, absolutely. Well, you must be moving Hades to type that message out, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what, it's better for you guys in chat, innit? Me having the NVGs on for a change, instead of just seeing a black screen. Yeah, Benji, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Nice to see you in chat, mate. I hope you're taking care. Did you have a nice weekend as well? Oh, you're okay, mate. You're okay. I don't feel like you're ignoring me if you don't say hi. But thank you very much. Oh God. Have you only just come onto the stream, have you, Benji? We've been having a right good laugh tonight. Oh, we talked about everything, haven't we, guys? From gun ownership to COVID to when I had piles in Afghanistan. There's not really been much that we haven't spoken about tonight. It's all been on the table. And I'm good, and yeah, it was so, and yeah, 5 minutes ago. No worries, man. So-so's not bad, though. So-so's not bad. That's the bright side of it. Not great, but you know what? That's life sometimes. Sometimes you just get so-so. But it's only by experiencing those so-so moments do we get to appreciate the better moments. And because if everything was perfect all the time, would we appreciate it? Or would it get boring and dull quite quick? Freshborn killed me with shotgun today. Oh, you were fully geared. Oh, mate, that's gutting, that. That is gutting. Oh, well. Just have to get out and find some more gear, won't you? Maybe find him. And, you know, fair play to him. Fair play to him for outplaying you, you know. I get it. I get it, it's gutting, but the game is walk around and find stuff. And you get to be a freshie again, which is really cool. Freshie is fun, man. Because you've got no fear of anything going wrong. Especially if you get a sledgehammer. Start charging people with it. Come on! Give me your stuff. A freshie with a sledgehammer is terrifying. Alright, I know where I am now. I know where I am. Oh, just closed everything down then by accident. I would have been peed. He'd be hunted down for sure, crazy. Haha, see us. I thought you meant George and John Freshborns. That would be funny if George and John got you. That Hey Barnby shared a funny video the other day, a short, where he was a freshborn and he plopped in somewhere and he started talking to some other people who were quite fresh, and some guy started giving him loads of abuse and saying that he hates his laugh and stuff, and it's been dead horrible to him, and started shooting him, so he ran off. And anyway, about 2 minutes down the road, he bumped into 3 of his mates who were fully geared. He said, "Come on, guys, this guy's just been giving me a lot of abuse. Go get him." It was just really funny, you know, to see how quickly the situation changed. It did make me laugh. It did make me laugh. Is that Tundra? Oh, Savannah. The guy who was standing on the hospital, right? That's right, mate. Yeah. That's right. I don't think he was massively geared, was he? But if I remember rightly, I think he had like a shotgun or a pistol or something like that, didn't he? And he was just being quite obnoxious towards him, weren't he? He can be funny. He can be. I think he's quite funny. He's obviously a totally different streamer to me, and I would never even try and imitate the way he plays or does his streams. But yeah, he's very funny. Got a lot of energy. I like it, and he's just having fun as well. You know, he's to me another GPS. There's 3 of them. To me, he comes across as just somebody who's just genuinely having a lot of fun, and it bleeds through into his videos. Same with George and John as well, to be honest with you, Freshborns. I'm not going to push me luck, guys. I'm not going to push me luck. Crazy Raccoon. I've not even heard of Crazy Raccoon, I'm afraid. Not even heard of Crazy Raccoon. I like Smoke as well. Smoke does very obviously very edited videos, but the stories he gets out of his runs, they're excellent. Excellent stories, and the people he meets up with. Beastmaster was one of my favourites of his, of somebody that he met up with. That's a really funny one, that Beastmaster. Yeah, I'd rather watch someone with personality than someone good. Yeah, nope. What's that on? I've watched Cocaine Bear. Is it good, Cocaine Bear, the film? I've not seen that. Oh, North I want to go, innit? North FC. Not seen. No, I've not seen it either. I remember it being advertised, and I just think that could be. That's the potential to be a fun film. I mean, if that really happened to you, it'd be absolutely terrifying. Bears are terrifying anyway. Never mind one that's off his face on cocaine. Streamer, Crazy Raccoon. Yeah. Well, I want to go find some animals in a minute. No, not right now, but sometime soon. Right, I can follow this track. So we'll be coming up to Konopki soon, and there's a medical centre in Konopki in the middle of town. Brilliant and funny film. Yeah, I thought it would be. I think I've spoken to people about it in the past, but I can't remember. Obviously, it was a long time ago if I have done. I can't remember anybody ever saying anything bad about it anyway, which is usually a good sign. I know it's a completely different film, but a film that did make me laugh a lot once was I think it's called Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That was a really funny film. That a really funny film, where a bunch of I think like university students go camping in the woods, and they meet two hillbillies, and they think they're murderous hillbillies, but they're just two guys who are just going out on like a fishing or a hunting trip, and they end up killing all these teenagers, but totally by accident. Or the teenagers end up dying, like one of them falls into a wood chipper by accident, and they're trying to pull him out, but obviously the wood chipper's pulling this person in, and the other teenagers see it happening, and they think it's them stuffing the teenager into the wood chipper. Oh man, it's so funny, just so stupid. I think that's what it's called, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Man, that was a funny film. That made me laugh. I will watch it, so I'll definitely put that on my to watch list. Definitely. I think it's called Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I think that's what it is. In fact, I'll Google it now. I'll have a quick look on YouTube. Yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yeah. Yeah, very funny film. Very well done, very cleverly done. Like I say, in just the way they set up the scenario, where it looks like to the people walking in on them that they're killing somebody, but they're not. Very funny. Yeah, I think they're just two. Like I said, they're just two guys who are just like going in the woods, going fishing or hunting or something. It might even just be camping or something stupid. But obviously, because the rednecks, like stereotypical, like proper like hillbilly accents and that though, proper like mountain men accents. You know, these kids who are who are on their trip just take an instant dislike to them and think they're creepy and all that. You know, and then end up bloody getting themselves killed. But it's just so funny, man. Don't expect like a deep plot or anything like that. You know, it's just a fun film. You know, just a fun film with loads of gore in it. Oh, I think that came out when we were in army, that actually. Might have been. Oh, we used to watch what, so many films on weekends. Wolf's Creek 1 and 2, very good. I've not seen them. The Hills Have Eyes was good. That was good. The remake. And, oh, what's it called? What's the one called where they're in the caves and there's the mutant people that click, make the clicking sounds, and they're blind. Oh my god, what's that called? He gets trapped in the caves. Wolf's Creek 1 and 2. No, I've not seen them. I think they are Australian. I think you're right. Old programme I like watching is Some Mothers Do Have Them. Not seen that. Saw that one in the caves. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was a Channel 4 Film 4 production, weren't it, that one? Great film. The Descent. The Descent, that's what it's called. Brilliant film. Terrifying. And I believe there's a Descent too. If I remember rightly, that is also a good film. Oh, running zombies, man. If you haven't, you should give Chernobyl Diaries a yeah, I've heard that's really good, Chernobyl. I never watched it. It's on Netflix, in it, that. I just heard your dinner. Yeah, the chicken. That's my dinner. Unfortunately, I didn't really want a wolf coming. Nah, I'm on the car. Won't get me. He might not be coming for me. I think there's only one. Actually, I didn't think wolves spawn. Oh yeah, they do. Spawning quite a way away, actually. Wrong Turn. Yeah, they are excellent then. They are excellent. And House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. They're both good films as well. Yeah, Wrong Turn was brilliant. That's where they all live underground in it, and I think there's like loads and loads of cars all piled up at the back. I think. Is that right? And they're all like super warped, like massive, like massively deformed people, aren't they? Because of all the inbreeding. Have you? You been there? Devil's Rejects, good, yeah. The Hills Have Eyes, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I said that before, but yeah, man, that is a great film, The Hills Have Eyes. The original and the remake. What's it like, Holding? The area in real life, does it? Because I've been to where Monty Python's Holy Grail was filmed, and when you see it in real life, it's almost nothing like what you see in the film. The camera angles are very cleverly, very cleverly used. It's all the castles are one castle, by the way, in that you see in the film. Every single castle shot in all the different castles, it's all filmed in one castle. Some of the people are truly weird, but it's just a normal area, really. Yeah, it's quite isolated in it, so they are going to have like a weird subculture there, which to anybody who's not from the area will come across as weird. It's quite normal with isolated communities, isn't it? It's the same here in the UK. If you go to like the Outer Hebrides or somewhere like that, they've got some quite weird communities. And that's not to say everybody in the Outer Hebrides is weird, by the way. Well, they're an isolated community. But I think the difference in isolation in the UK to isolation in America, though, is totally different. You got weird right here. Yep, right here on stream talking to you right now. This is weird. Yeah, I think that wolf was going for somebody else. I'm not exactly not backcountry folk myself, to be honest, but I'm not that weird. Yeah, man, I mean, there's backcountry and then there's backcountry, isn't there, you know what I mean? That was a car. I don't know how he saw me, but he did. Lol, didn't mean the audience. We can all be weird together, guys. We can all be weird together. That's it, don't go up the steps then, mate. All I want is a respirator. A zombie on the roof. Sounds like it's inside the building, that. Who wants to be normal? Why? Normal's boring. Exactly. Another gas mask filter. I'll take it. Don't really want it, but I'll take it. Another gas mask filter. Again, I'll take it. Don't really what I want for Christmas, but you know. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. I keep finding defibrillators in medical. Are they worth the space of a pickup? You know, I don't actually know. Somebody on the roof, great play, wonderful acting. Is oh, it's not too dark now, really, is it? Give it light now. Another respirator cylinder. I'm just going to check these buildings over here, just see if they get any medical stuff supplies in them. They might do. That's seeds. Just with how close they are to, there's a car battery. Take it. I had a car the other day where it needed a battery and a battery and a spark plug, and I only had the spark plug. Only for base raiding day. Oh geez, I wonder if I've been reading it wrong. And are they respirators, not defibrillators? Oh geez. Well, you can wear a respirator. You can't wear the defibrillator. I take it the defibrillator, you use it for making explosives. Oh, pardon me, sorry guys. Didn't expect that to come up then. For making explosives in the cases, the yellow cases. Oh no then. It's a red box. Is it not the battery charge kit, that? Multivits. Take them. Meat hand hammer. No thank you. Oh, okay. I couldn't work out what they are. Yeah, I think that's the car battery recharger. Yeah, it's getting light now. It's getting light. Some water while we're here and then we'll go. Have a drinky poos. Only found them in medical. Yeah, it's a red box. That's a car recharger. You find them all over. A battery recharger. I think you use those for explosives as well, though. Although I think you can use them to improve the batteries as well. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain. Somebody was definitely getting chased by wolves earlier. Sledgehammer. Can we not get out this way? Right, let's make our way away from here now. So, we got loads more respirator cartridges. More filters. But not a respirator itself. It's a shame. Right guys, let's there's a town further north we'll go to. It's called Girolto, I think it's pronounced. Not 100% certain on the pronunciation, but that's close enough. And it looks like there's an hospital there on the far side of town, so we'll make our way over. I've never been to this town before, so I don't know what it's like. Quite a trek though. Quite the trek. A defibrillator is a medical device for someone who is in cardiac arrest. And having a bad time. Suffering, yep. Correct. From a hard stack in DayZ, oh okay. Can you have a hard stack in DayZ? I mean if you can, that's pretty epic. I wouldn't be surprised if you could have an heart attack in DayZ. Like, genuinely would not be surprised by that at all. I don't know about a heart attack in DayZ, but playing it's enough to give you a stroke sometimes. Oh, I nearly had a heart attack when I found that person in that house before. When I saw him there in the corner, I thought, my goodness, that nearly gave me an heart attack. Frightened me life, that. Right, okay, yeah. We'll have a look in a bit. So we're getting out of the woods again now, guys, anyway. Getting out of the woods again. We've been eloping in the woods for quite a bit. My goodness, I've just noticed the time. It's 20 to 11. Time's absolutely flown tonight, guys. Absolutely flown. Had a lot of fun with you all. It's been a good laugh. Stuck in the tree. Where are we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're nearly there. Nearly there, guys, nearly there. Can you shock other players with the defibrillator? Just for meanness, I mean. You're handcuffed or tied up. Quite isolated over there, doesn't it? Fuck with the zombies then. I think it's just the goats. Right, we'll try and get to this hospital before 11 o'clock. See if we can get in there and find this respirator. Thanks, Benji. I was confused by them. Not like you can defib yourself. Should have known you could torture someone with it. I'm just guessing that you can torture someone with it, but it would make sense that you can. It would absolutely make sense that you can. It's DayZ, you can torture someone with anything. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. That's the way I want to be going. I'm going to duck out, try and get an hour on DayZ myself. Nice watching and chatting, thanks. Oh, no worries, Jen, and thank you very much for coming on yourself. Jan, sorry. Bloody get mixed up there. Do apologise. But thank you very much for coming on and chatting with us as well. It's been a lot of fun having you here. I'm not going to be on long myself now anyway, so I'll see if I get to this hospital before 11 o'clock. Should be able to, actually. It's 1:45, so... Yeah, you have a good evening too, and thanks again for coming by. Hope to see you again soon, and good luck on your own game. The old cop shop. I don't really want to go in the cop shop, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll skirt around it. Let's not really what I wanted to happen, but you know, it happens. Killed him quietly, that's the main thing. Could have buried him if I wanted to. Wanted to be really quiet and stealthy. But I don't. I'm not that bothered. Past the fairground. It's too far actually if I'm going to the fairground. Oh, there it is. There's the medical centre. Oh, some Tetra, I'll take that. I am sort of keeping an eye out on where I'm through windows and stuff as well. Although I was walking to the building. Trying to keep a look everywhere at once. Don't think anybody's been here. The only reason I'm crawling is because I don't want to get the attention of zombies. Might as well take the saline bag. I'll tell you what, I'm getting loads of things like saline bags. I've had to throw loads of blood collection kits away because I've not been getting the IV start kits. That's one thing it's not been giving me, which is quite annoying. It's all well and good having the like the saline bag or the blood bag, but if you've got nothing to use to apply it with, it's a complete waste. There we go, IV start kit, lovely. Is there any medical stuff in here? No, it was a deagle. No on that though. Right, well, I didn't have what I wanted here, so let's get out of town. Let's get out of town and I'll find somewhere to jump out of the stream, guys. Unfortunately, what I wanted wasn't here. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You win some, you lose some, eh? What matters is the friends we made on the way, and the people we killed, or the person we killed. So, I think maybe not this bush here, but we'll go to another bush a bit further down. We'll come over this way. Find a nice bush to get in, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, chat's not updating. Good night, yeah, night to you as well, Sea Hound. I hope you're feeling better soon, buddy. It's awful when you're feeling like that under the weather, man, and you're suffering. Hopefully you have a swift recovery. And thank you everybody for joining me as well. Honestly, it's been a right good crack tonight. I had a right good laugh with everybody. Been a lot of fun. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to park ourselves? These aren't the best. These aren't the best. Right. It's not really the best bushes, them. Oh, you're more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome. Let's say it's not nice when you feel like that. I get it. I get it. Right, this'll do here. This'll do. Not the best, but it'll do. I'll go in the middle of this one. Right, everybody. Thank you all once again for joining me tonight. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you've all had a lot of fun. Had some good laughs. Had some good stories. Had some good bounce. But as I say, up in the morning for work, as it always. So wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.